Good morning. This is my discussion to our Module 4. Okay, Chapter 4, continuation of the so-called Chapter 3. Okay, so let's go now to next slide. American occupation. The American occupation in the Philippines, which came after the Filipino-American, was from 1898 to 1901, was followed by a period of political ferment as a social equilibrium. Soon after the establishment of civil government in 1901, General Howard Taft became the first civil governor of the Philippines. Take note for that. General Howard Taft became the first civil governor of the Philippines. So, kung iisipin natin, isang Amerikano, okay, ang kauna-unahang civil governor dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, next. American occupation until World War II broke out. So, first, Insular Police Force on November 30, 1890. It was established during the Filipino-American War in 1898 to 1901 upon the recommendation of the Philippine Commission to the Secretary of War. So, na-establish ang Insular Police Force, okay, dahil sa recommendation ng Philippine Commission to the Secretary of War. Okay, dahil nga that time, nagsimula ang Filipino-American War. Okay? Next, Insular Constabulary, July 18, 1901. It was created on July 18, 1901 by virtue of Act Number 175, titled as an art providing for the organization and government of an insular constabulary. The members were declared peace officers and were authorized and empowered to prevent and suppress brigandage, unlawful assemblies, riots, insurrection, and other breaches of the peace violation of the law. Okay, so Insular Constabulary, okay, ayan yung tinatawag nating, or yan na yung pag-create doon sa law enforcement natin. Pero tinawag siyang Insular Constabulary. Yung mga members doon, okay, tinawag silang peace officer. Okay? They are authorized and empowered to prevent or suppress, okay, first brigandage, okay, unlawful assemblies, kung may mga riots or merong mga group of people na gagawa ng crime, okay, insurrection and other breaches of the peace and violation of law. Ayan yung ginagawa noon, or yan yung trabaho ng ating Insular Constabulary. So, next. Okay, Manila Police Department or MPD, July 31, 1901. It was organized by virtue of Act Number 183 of the Philippine Commission. So, Manila Police Department, okay, na-organize siya by virtue of Act Number 183 by the Philippine Commission. Next, okay, let's go now to personalities. Number 1, Captain George Curry. Okay, take note sa lahat ng personalities na babanggitin ko or mababasa ninyo. Okay? So, number 1, Captain George Curry, a U.S. Army officer appointed by the Taft Commission on August 7, 1901. Okay? First Chief of Police of the MPD. So, ang nag-appoint sa kanya is Taft Commission under General Howard Taft. Siya ang kauna-unahang Chief of Police ng Manila Police Department, si Captain George Curry. Next, we have Captain Columbus Piat, last American Chief of Police of Manila Police Department before World War II broke out. So, siya na ang last na American na naging Chief of Police ng Manila Police Department bago mag-broke out yung World War II. Then next, we have Colonel Colonel Antonio C. Torres, first Filipino Chief of Police. So guys, George Curry and Captain Columbus Piat is American po. Okay? And next is Antonio Torres. Siya yung kauna-unahang Filipino Chief of Police when Manila Police Department became an all-Filipino police organization. Okay? Siya yung kauna-unahang Filipino na naging Chief of Police ng MPD, and lahat na ng nasa organization ng Manila Police Department is all Filipino na. Declared Manila as an open city when World War II broke out in 1941. So, 1941 pala natapos yung World War II. During the World War II, Manila Police Department was placed again under the American control. Okay? So, habang nangyayari yung World War II, Manila Police Department is under American control ulit. Next, we have Colonel Marcus Ellis Jones. Okay, so this is an American also. A U.S. Provost Marshal who was named as MPD Chief of Police just after the Manila Liberation. So, ayan, so, nung habang kasagsagan ng World War II, okay, pumasok si Colonel Marcus Ellis Jones, a U.S. Provost Marshal who named as MPD Chief of Police just after the Manila Liberation. Next, we have also Colonel Lamberto T. Havalera, the first Filipino Chief of Police of MPD, appointed by Rojas under the Republic of the Government. Okay, so Colonel Lamberto T. Havalera, okay, siya ang kauna-unahang Chief of Police ng Manila Police Department na ang nag-appoint is under Rojas. Okay, under the Republic Government. Huwag kayong malilito between Colonel Havalera and Colonel Antonio Torres. Okay? So, yan yung mga personalities natin, mga ibang personalities natin sa law enforcement. Next, we have Philippine Constabulary, October 3, 1901. Insular Constabulary was changed to Philippine Constabulary or PC by virtue of Act number 255. So, noon, ang tawag natin is Insular Constabulary. But now, okay, tinawag siyang Philippine Constabulary or PC. Dahil by the virtue of Act number 255. Okay? Next, we have Captain Henry T. Allen, first Chief of the Philippine Constabulary. Okay, students, wag malilito. Yung unang mga personalidad na sinabi ko is for the Insular Constabulary. But now, Captain Henry T. Allen, okay, siya ang kauna-unahang Chief, okay, of the Philippine Constabulary. PC na ang pinag-uusapan natin. But iisa lang sila. Okay? Kasi pinalitan lang yung pangalan. From 1901 to 1907. So, naging Chief of Police si Captain Henry T. Allen from 1901 to 1907, such that he was called as the father of constabulary in the Philippines. So, take note for that. Captain Henry T. Allen, okay, called as the father of constabulary in the Philippines. The PC was manned mostly by Filipinos, but officers were mostly Americans. Based on the revised Administrative Code of 1917, specifically Section 825, it started that the Philippine Constabulary is a national police institution for preserving the peace, keeping order, and enforcing the law. So, same lang naman po, same lang sila ng kailangan gawin ng mga law enforcement natin ngayon. Preserving the peace and keeping order and enforcing the law. Next, Brigadier General Rafael Crame. Okay? First Filipino Chief of Police. Okay? He served as chief from 1917 to 1926. So, marami kasing estudyante na hindi nila malaman kung or nalilito sila kapag tatanungin na kung sino yung father of constabulary. Ang inilalagay nila is si Rafael Crame, but no, okay? Captain Henry T. Allen ang father of constabulary. Si Rafael Crame or Brigadier General Rafael Crame, first Filipino Chief of Police. So, next. Okay, next. Act number 3815, January 1, 1932. Otherwise known as the Revised Penal Code of the Philippines. So, yan yung Act number 3815 na or known as the Revised Penal Code of the Philippines. Act number 181, November 1938. Required the creation of Bureau of Investigation. So, yan na yung simula ng pag-create nila yung tinatawag nating Bureau of Investigation. This agency should be the modification of the Division of Investigation from the Department of Justice. Finally, on June 19, 1947, Republic Act Number 157 was enacted which created the National Bureau of Investigation or yung tinatawag nating NBI. So, na-finalize na siya, okay, na-create na siya noong June 19, 1947 under Republic Act Number 157. Next, Metropolitan Constabulary. It was under the Bureau of Constabulary. It was formerly known as Manila Police Department during the American occupation. So, Metropolitan Constabulary, sabi nga dyan, under siya ng Bureau of Constabulary. Okay, formerly known as Manila Police Department or MPD. Okay, dun sa mga backslides natin nandoon yan. The Manila Police Department. So, next. We have National Police Commission, NAPOLCOM. Republic Act Number 4864, an act creating the National Police Commission. Okay, Police Commission under the Office of the President in September 8, 1966. Amending and revising the laws relative to the local police system and for other purposes. So, NAPOLCOM, ayan yung nagbibigay. Isa sa mga nagbibigay ng exam para maging eligibility mo siya. Okay? Kapag pumasok ka na or kapag mag-a-apply ka for police. Okay, next. After the American occupation in the Philippines, Republic Act Number 2678, this law provided the expansion and reorganization of the NBI. So, this law established that NBI is both an investigative and research service agency. So, nag-expand. Okay, under Republic Act number 2678, nag-expand at nag-reorganize yung NBI natin. Hindi na lang siya investigative department, naging research service agency na din siya. Next, we have Republic Act Number 4864, September 18, 1966, otherwise known as Police Act of 1966. The law created the Office of the Police Commission, which was later called National Police Commission, under the Office of the President. Originally, the POLCOM was created as a supervisory agency to the PC. Its function was to oversee the training and professionalism of the local police forces. So, yan yung trabaho nila, to oversee, para sila ang titingin, okay, sa mga nagtitraining and professionalization of the local police forces. Through this law, reformation and professionalization of the police. Okay? So, yan yung mga ginawa or yan yung nasa Police Act of 1966 natin. Okay? Yan yung law na nag-create doon sa Office of the Police Commission, which is later called NAPOLCOM or the National Police Commission. Appointment to a local police agency was made by the city municipal mayor from the list of the eligible applicants certified by the Civil Service Commission. Noon kasi guys, once na mag-a-appoint sila, the city and municipal mayor na lang. Okay, sila kasi ang may, parang sila yung may karapatan at may power para mag-appoint ng local police natin. Okay, the city and the municipal mayor. Now, I don't think so, meron pa naman. But, sabi nila, meron pa naman. City and municipal mayor, meron pa din. Nag-a-appoint. Okay, so let's go now for the general qualification for appointment include among others. Number 1, for appointment in the municipalities, the applicant must have at least completed high school. And for provinces and cities, at least completed 2 years of college. So, yan yung mga general qualifications natin. Number 2, must not be less than 23 nor more than 33 years of age. Next, must at least 5 feet, 5 inches in height in the case of provinces and chartered cities, and 5 feet, 4 inches in the case of municipalities, and must not weigh less than 120 pounds. So, yan yung mga general qualification natin for appointment. Promotions were made by the city or municipal mayor concerned upon consultation or advice of the chief of police from among those who shall have passed the corresponding promotional examination. Okay, so, syempre, once na ma-promote ka or gusto mong ma-promote, syempre, you have a, kailangan mo munang mag-exam at pumasa doon sa exam na yon. All examination in relation to police service were conducted. Okay, so, noon promotion were made by the city and municipal mayor. I don't think ngayon ganun pa din. Hindi ko lang alam kung hanggang ngayon ganun pa din ang promotion nila. Next, charges against any member if the city and or municipal police agency were investigated by Board of Investigators of 3 members composed of the city or municipal treasurer as a chairman, a representative of the provincial commander, and a councillor elected by a majority of the city or municipal council concerned as members. So, karugtong lang din yan. Okay? Next, criticisms of the police. So, let's go now for the criticisms of the police. So, 1, some of the police were educationally not qualified, hence cannot cope successfully with criminals. Yes, yung mga kauna-unahang police, okay, or na-appoint as police, yes, okay, hindi naman, noon kasi, kapag nakikita nila na kaya mo naman yung trabaho, gagawin ka na nilang police. But now, hindi na. We have so many qualifications to achieve bago tayo makapag-apply as a police officer. Number 2, lack of training, and if ever trained, there were no sufficient equipment and other teaching aids used in the training. Next, policemen were receiving less attractive salary as compared to some other government employees. Therefore, highly qualified people were not attracted to law enforcement profession. Pero now, okay, lahat ata ng binata o dalaga, as long as nakapagtapos sila ng college, yan ang gusto nilang pasukin, law enforcement. Okay? Because, syempre, because of the salary and also the benefits. Because you are a public servant. Their territorial jurisdiction were limited. Okay? And, from the effective pursuit of the criminals. So, dahil yung jurisdiction nila, limited lang, Okay? Hindi masyadong effective, or kung limited lang yung jurisdiction nila, territorial jurisdiction, mas, okay? Minsan kasi yung iba hindi effective, pero yung iba effective. Okay? From effective pursuit of the criminals naman. Next, we have Presidential Decree number 421 noong 1974. Integrated the city municipal force, the jail, and the fire departments within the Greater Manila area headed by the Commanding General, Philippine Constabulary, Metropolitan Command, or PC Metrocom. So, ayan po yun. Integrated city and municipal force, the jail, and the fire departments within the Greater Manila area headed. So, pinamumunuan siya by a commanding general of the Philippine Constabulary or Metropolitan Command, o yung tinatawag nating PC Metrocom. Next, Presidential Decree number 765, August 8, 1975, otherwise known as the Integration of Law of 1976. Established the Integrated National Police, INP, or Integrated National Police, composed of the Philippine Constabulary as the nucleus, yung pinaka-gitna, okay, yung nasa middle, as the Integrated Local Police Forces, Police, Fire, and Jail Services. Ayan na yung PNP, BGMP, and BFP as components under the Ministry of National Defense. Transferred the NAPOLCOM from the office of the President to the Ministry of National Defense. The head of the Integrated National Police was the Chief Director General of PC or INP. The power of administrative supervision and control by the city and municipal government over the respective local police force, jails, and fire departments was transferred and exercised by the Chief of Constabulary or Director General of the Integrated National Police. The first to occupy the position as Chief Philippine Constabulary Director General of Integrated Police is Fidel Valdez Ramos. Si Fidel Ramos po. Okay? The first to occupy the position of Chief Philippine Constabulary. So, huwag nyo yung kakalimutan, si Fidel V. Ramos. Okay, ang kauna-unahan or nag-occupy sa position as Chief of Philippine Constabulary. Next, Presidential Decree number 1184, August 26, 1977. Okay, or otherwise known as the Integrated National Police Personnel Professionalization Act of 1977. Police strength. The strength of policemen in a city or municipality shall depend on the state of peace and order, population, density, and general needs of the service, but the minimum shall be at least 1 policeman for every 1,000 inhabitants. So, 1:1 ang ratio noon. But now, sabi ko nga, dahil nga marami na tayo, nadadagdagan yung population natin. Syempre, nadadagdagan din yan. Okay? Nadadagdagan din yung tinitignan or sakop ng isang pulis. Okay? Next, general qualification for appointment. So, ito na yung mga general qualification for you to become a police officer. 1, must be a citizen in the Philippines. 2, must be a person of good habits and moral conduct. 3, must be of sound mind and body. 4, must be at least a high school graduate for appointment to the lowest rank or for the lowest mammal, provided personnel to be appointed for assignment to city stations must have finished at least second year college. Next, must not have been dishonorably discharged from military service or dismissed for cause from any civilian possession in the government. Next, must have no criminal record, must not be less than 21 nor more than 30 years of age for the appointment to the lowest rank. Must be at least 1 meter and 62 centimeters in height. And for police woman, okay, at least 1 meter and 57 centimeters in height. Must not weigh more than or less than 5 kilograms of the standard weight of her or his height, age, and sex. So, yan yung mga general qualifications natin or general qualifications for appointment. Okay? Then, also, we have this, take note, when the exigency of the service so requires, the general requirements provided in subparagraphs G, H, and I may, upon recommendation of the appointing authority, duly supported by an evaluation report of the screening committee on the merit and fitness of the applicant, be waived by the Director General of the INP, subject to attestation by the NAPOLCOM, taking into consideration any of or a combination of such factors as, okay, first, possession of relevant police skills. Number 2, special qualifications. 3, police fire training. Next, acquired experiences in police or allied services. Next, geographical location of the police fire station concerned. Next, being a member of the cultural minority. And last, other allied factors provided the applicant meets the other qualifications herein. So, yan yung mga pwedeng i-considerate, okay, or i-considera ng NAPOLCOM, okay, for you to become part of the law enforcement organization. Next, educational qualifications provided for in subparagraph D of these sections may, upon recommendation of the appointing authority, duly supported by an evaluation report of the screening committee, be waived by the NAPOLCOM in bank in consideration of, first, highly exceptional accomplishment. Next, deed of conspicuous gallantry in the interest of peace and order. Next, special educational qualifications for certain ranks. No person shall be appointed or any member of the INP promoted to the rank of police or fire sergeant unless he has completed 2 years of college or 73 college unit, academic and non-academic, for appointment or promotion to the rank of police or fire lieutenant, and up to police or fire colonel. He must be a holder of bachelor's degree, provided that the attainment of a period of satisfactorily work experience and the completion of an appropriate training duly prescribed by the Director General shall be the equivalent to the above mentioned special qualification for the purpose of the promotion. So, yan yung mga general qualification natin. Also, yung mga pwedeng i-considerate and yung pwedeng i-waive ng NAPOLCOM. Next, we have also special qualification for the rank of Police Brigadier General. So, first, must be at least 40 years of age. Students, okay? Special qualification to sa mga rank ng Police Brigadier General para maging Police Brigadier General ka, okay? First, must be at least 40 years of age. Next, must be either member of the Philippine Bar or Chartered Cities, Chief of Police eligible, or has completed a graduate study in public or police administration, or a holder of a Bachelor of Science in Criminology or any bachelor's degree, provided that in the last case, he has satisfactorily completed an advanced course in law enforcement. Habang nasa serbisyo kasi kayo, nag-aaral pa din kayo. Okay, kaya meron tayong tinatawag na advanced course in law enforcement or any equivalent course in a foreign police school or allied courses. Duly recognized by the PC, NAPOLCOM, or NBI. Next, must have at least 10 years experience in executive, command, or staff position in the police or constabulary service and must have served satisfactorily in the rank of police colonel for at least 1 year in a permanent status. Okay, permanent po dapat, hindi po dapat siya temporary. Okay, Philippine National Police Academy, okay, there shall be established. So, ayan, nag-establish sila ng Fire Service Training Institution to be known as the PNPA. Okay, alam nyo naman yan, PNPA, Philippine National Police Academy for the Training and Education of the members of the INP. So, alam ko na alam din ninyo kung ano yung tinatawag nating PNPA. Because, hindi ko lang alam kung meron na din sa inyong nakapag-exam for that. Next, Republic Act number 6975, December 13, 1990. This law was known as the DILG Act of 1990, but it was also recognized later as the PNP Law of 1991. It created the PNP, BGMP, BFP, and the PPSC. The principal authors of the Republic Act 6975 were Senators Ernesto N. Maceda and Aquilino Pimentel, Congressman Jose Escowanco Jr., and Rodrigo Gutang. Okay, so yan yung mga principal authors ng Republic Act 6975 or also known as the DILG Act of 1990. Upon its signing into law on December 13, 1990, the PNP underwent a transitory period. And on March 31, 1991, President Corazon Aquino named General Cesar Nazareno as the first Director General of the PNP. So, the first Director General under President Corazon Aquino is General Cesar Nazareno. On January 29, 1991, at Camp Crame, Quezon City, the Philippine Constabulary and the Integrated National Police were retired officially as the Philippine National Police. So, noon, okay, naging Philippine Constabulary din, ang tawag noon Philippine Constabulary na naging Integrated National Police, and ngayon tinatawag na po siyang Philippine National Police or the so-called PNP. Okay, so January 29, diyan na po, okay, na ipanganak. Okay, yung tinatawag nating PNP. Philippine National Police is the only police force of the country. Okay? National in scope and civilian in character. So, yan, PNP lang ang kaisa-isahang police force ng ating bansa. Next, we have Republic Act number 8551, otherwise known as the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998. This law amended certain provisions of RA 6975, reorganized the PNP for the purpose of reforming and professionalizing it. Okay, so nag-reorganize nila ang PNP for the purpose of reforming and professionalizing it. It relieved the DILG and the PNP of the primary responsibility on matters involving the suppression of insurgency and other serious threats to national security, except when the President called and support the AFP in combat operation. So, yan naman, yung Republic Act number 8551, known as the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998. Next, we have also Republic Act number 6975, December 13, 1990, an act establishing the PNP under Reorganization Department of Interior and Local Government, DILG. So PNP is under DILG. That our Tri-Bureau is under DILG. Then we have Executive Order number 292, 1987, instituting the Administrative Code of 1987. So, in this Module 4, okay, ang pinag-usapan lang or ang diniscuss ko is about personalities, okay, and Republic and Act, mga Republic Act, Act number na nakapaloob sa ating PNP. And syempre kung paano nagsimula yung PNP. Hindi pala siya agad PNP ang tawag. Okay? Naging Philippine Constabulary muna siya, integrated police. Meron din tayong tinatawag na Manila Police Department. So, hindi lang para. Marami din palang napuntahan. Okay? Marami palang step. And also, hindi pala agad Pilipino ang humawak sa atin. Okay? It was the American. Okay? So, yan ang takbo ng ating law enforcement dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Next. So this is the end of my discussion for the chapter or module 4. So, thank you. Okay? And also, good luck for your exam. So, yan lang naman. Thank you and have a blessed morning.